right, man. Jared Anderson did an interview with Sean Zattel on Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype, been in them. And he said that he was broke. He asked, why is you coming back so fast? He said, I'm broke. And a lot of people see that as an indictment on Jay Prince and Top Rank. He should have called Al. But one thing, he has an opportunity because it's in boxing. A lot of times you don't get one, and you don't get both in one. You don't get the activity and the money. No matter where you sit at on the totem pole, Tank Davis is really the only. Tank Davis, Canelo Alvarez, probably the only two fighters that's getting the money and getting the activity. Everybody else, it's either the money or the activity. Even Earl Spence, obviously Stephen Fulton, Terrence Crawford. Even Anthony Joshua ain't as active as he once was. So, Charlo's been out the ring for over a year. So, you don't usually get both in one. And at the end of the day, if he got to chase the money, to keep his activity up, in a way, it's just a blessing in disguise. And a lot of us don't always look at life that way. We look at an opportunity as a missed or a failed opportunity, but maybe, that's the way of the universe, whatever you believe in, telling you that you didn't need the opportunity. It wasn't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? A job you ain't get, it wasn't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? That girl that passed you by, she keeps on passing me by. Wasn't meant for you. That car you wanted to get approved for, it wasn't meant for you. That trip you wanted to go on, wasn't meant for you. So, the world works in mysterious ways, man. I'll tell you that. When one door closed, you might not see it, another opportunity open. And that's one of the things that I learned about in life. I learned that everything happened for a reason. You might not see the who, what, where, why. Just like your parents didn't tell you why they did some of the things they did and make the decisions they made. When I was growing up, they didn't have to give you no type of explanation. But for Anderson, if he got to hustle back and to get a quick turnaround because of financially, you know what I'm saying? The blessing that he probably ain't looking at is that he get to come back and hone his skills. He get to be active. No other fighter doing that right now. And Mike Tyson routinely did that. Mike routinely did that. He turned around, fought. He would fight, he'd be fighting a couple weeks later. Sugar Ray Robinson was famous for that. Was super duper famous for that. So they turn around and fight. Couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, month, So Anderson gonna get better and better by doing that. Some people say, oh man, he's just gonna be tired and beat up and he need rep. Man, dude, it's the fight game. Sugar Ray Robinson ain't need rest. He ain't have half the or 25% of the advanced technology that Anderson got at his disposal. These fighters got today. Mike Tyson became a beast because the more you do something, the better you are at it. The more reps you got, I forget how much. I think they say you need 150,000 reps to really for most people to master some things. It's some crazy number like that. So he continue to want to fight. You got to keep doing it. And if it got to be about hook or crook, so be it. But you got to fight. That's the best thing about it. That's why Top Rank, obviously, he could be making more money per fight with Al Heyman and shit, but not being able to be the best fighter you can be. The money going to be there if you're good enough. And I know tomorrow ain't promising. I'm the man person saying that, but the money going to be there if you're good enough. Tell me I'm lying. But what won't be there if you don't get an opportunity to hone your skills and your craft? Well, what won't be there is your ability. I mean, is your skills you didn't develop. So at the end of the day, it's a blessing and a curse, and everybody want the money. Money come and go. With that time you spend putting into your craft, anybody that prioritizes their money over time is hustling backwards. You know, that time is what you can't get back. And you it's only 24 hours in a day, and you don't even know how many hours you got and how many breaths you got. So you got to make it count. But if you consistently prioritizing time, money over time, you hustling backwards. Listen to your boy. Now it's time where you got to get the money because you need the money, you know, and say fuck the time. You see people, you know, posting, I worked 100 hours and made $1,200. You definitely hustling backwards. You know, you definitely hustling backwards. Passive income is the key. But yeah, but for him, it's a blessing. You have an opportunity to turn right back around and get it in. And then if it ain't enough money, guess what? I turn right back around and get it in again. It ain't no space for your margin for error is getting thicker. I hate to say it, but I don't know, it's not a bad thing. It's getting wider instead of thinner. You getting that margin for error. Because you consistently honing your skills, you consistently getting better, you consistently ascending. So when you do make a mistake, guess what? I got so many reps at this shit. I'm ready for it. But you take a fighter and throw him off the deep end. Al Heyman known for this, finding the best way to get his fighters titles. But then when they fuck around and fight a mandatory or mess around and fight a real deal Holyfield, they look like they look like Fulton and Errol Spence. You got to know how to lay the groundwork. No matter how you build it up, when you ever see them things at the basketball games and they come with the little diamond tester, no matter how much you make them diamonds shine, that tester turn red, your diamonds faking you embarrassed. That's Al Heyman fighters. That's Al Heyman fighters, bro. Yeah, the jewelry look good, it looks saucy, it look good, but once you test it, go, it's not real. Top rank build their fighters up, so when they make it, if they make it through the storm, you test their diamonds. It's green, it's A1, whatever color it changes. It's A1, they real diamonds, they water. Minimum cloud in the rocks, the clarity. See, everybody just be focusing on the money. They focusing on just the money, just the money, just the money, and it's very important. But everybody even think about the money down the line. I was listening to Anton Daniels. He said he had a really, really good comment. He said a lot of men get married too early and don't factor in, as they get older, the potential that they got and what they can do and what they can become. And as men get older and we get more distinguished, we get more money, right? Then you like, damn, I'm stuck with this bird, I'm stuck with this broad. When I could be out here, you know, with my money, I save for retirement, I can be out here knocking hoes down. But you take yourself out the game too soon. You lock yourself with the kids too soon. Like, you know. So a lot of guys don't factor in that potential. It's the same thing with Jared Anderson. Yeah, he's struggling. The struggle is a beautiful struggle. Yeah, he's struggling right now. You know? But he don't even know it's beautiful, and he able to continue to build his skill set, you know, and stay active and do what other guys ain't doing. Keep building that skill set. Keep staying in the gym. If you keep turning around fighting and being consistent, you don't got no time for trouble. You ain't got no time for baby mama drama. You ain't got no time for no sack chases. You just constantly locked in what you doing. He signed the contract, so he can't even get mad. He signed that deal. He signed it. That's like signing the job and they say we're going to pay you 15 and then you start complaining about the 15. Well, we showed you what you was going to be doing. You knew what it was. So it is what it is. you know, get your fights in. You know, get to a title, whatever you got to get out that contract, and then make them pay you more, or go level up with another advisor, manager, or promotional company. And then he got to talking about, you know, mentally he still feel the same way at boxing. He don't love it. That fight with Charles Martin didn't really change nothing, going through some adversity. The kid's story not gonna end well. That's what I think. You know, when you don't love this shit like contact, he's gonna abruptly retire. And if he get his price point where he think it's enough money, which, let me tell you, young man, it's never enough money, especially with inflation. It's never enough money. He get to the financial point that he think it's enough money, it's not going to be enough money. And he going to stick around. But he get to the point where I feel like I made enough money, I'm sleeping in silk sheets, he going to walk away. And probably going to have to come back. But another story for another day. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89, right here on YouTube. The link's in the link tree. It's also in the description. Peace.